So let's explore the concept of causality. So exploring the relationship between cause and effects on events and people and processes, both internal factors to a situation and external factors. So we're going to look at this in the knowledge area of empire. Let's use pest, political, economic, social, and technological as a ATL skill, approaches to learning skill, to critically think about the causes and effects of empire building in particular. So the causes. What are the causes of empire building? Why does one group of people conquer other peoples and territories? So our first one we might think of is technology. As we think of, say, Star Wars, the Empire controlling other areas, invading enemy bases, destroying them with their more superior technology. But first we have technology of agriculture and manufacturing, so that we have a surplus of food, we have a division of labour, and we have a surplus of goods. Then we have military technology, enabling a competitive advantage over other groups and the ability to control them. And then really importantly, we have navigation technology to be able to explore further, map more effectively, and establish trade routes and secure investment to then patronise these expeditions and these conquests. So what else do we have? Technology. Demography. Okay, so social things. So demography, the changes of population. Population growth, demanding the need for more land. Lower death rate. Higher literacy. Higher urbanisation. All things leading to the need for more land. Culture, so another social factor. If there's a religion that is like a mission-oriented, evangelizing kind of universal religion, civilized habits and attire that the people feel are superior, a hierarchy that enables the top, of society to order around the lower parts of society, that could then flow through to a hierarchy related to other peoples. And even inheritance laws, where only the eldest son gets all the wealth of a family, then drives other people to go and explore and seek their fortune literally on the seas. And so this idea of bringing civilization to the barbarians, it's in their best interests to learn about the high, polite civilization. Particularly we see this in things like the British Empire. Politics. Okay, so here when we look at empire, we often have an emperor. We have a absolute monarchy at the top of these societies where there's, pride, there's wealth concentrated to be able to patronise these explorations. And there's competition between different monarchs about who's going to have the biggest empire, etc. And we have trade, so this economic factor. So once there's a surplus of goods and services, there needs to be more resources to continue to fuel this growth and this industrial machine. And then markets in which to sell all these excess goods beyond what the domestic market needs. So here we have some causes of empire building and the effects of those causes spreading out and really churning the wheels of empire that we see with ancient Rome and ancient China in the past, and in the more modern 18th, 19th centuries with the big empires of Europe, of Spain, of England and others. We even see this with the Empire of Japan in the interwar period and others. So our task to do, collect and summarise information about empire and power. So question, how did Britain and Spain gain and maintain power over other peoples and territory? And kind of a follow-up, how did they lose power as their empires declined? So when we're thinking about types of power, thinking about military, economic, and cultural power. So the more direct use of power and those indirect influences that convince regions to be subservient to another area. So military, we have defense spending, we have tactics, we have weapons. We also have alliances and treaties, like the blocks of countries before World War I. And we have the treaties of countries aligning themselves with other countries or agreements with other countries. Economic. So here we have trade relationships, and aid, so giving either short-term help for disasters or long-term development assistance. And these things can be used as carrots, rewards for following the influence of the more dominant, empire, or sticks, taken away from them if they don't toe the line or don't be subservient to them. And cultural, the use of ideas and values that come to dominate the local customs and products and behaviours. So, for example, ancient Rome, wherever they went around the Mediterranean Sea, they built these amphitheatres, these baths, these other things as kind of evidence that it's great to be a part of the empire. So we've explored causality in the context of empire, thinking about the relationship between causes and effects, using the approaches to learning ATL skill of PEST. And now it's your turn to collect and summarise evidence about power, empire and power and how that works. Think about the context of Britain and Spain, or ancient China or ancient Rome, and be practicing and developing the IB criteria. B, D and A. B, to collect and record information from a variety of sources. D, to summarise the arguments. And A, to explain concepts with examples.